Hi friends, I'm in the mood to make some soup this afternoon, and what inspired me was a video I watched late last night by a delightful vlogger by the name of Sherry, and her vlog is called The Homespun Wife, and I will put a link down below. She made a really delicious looking unconstructed cabbage roll soup, and it just looked and sounded so good. I just needed some soup today, even though it's about 85 degrees outside. So you can see the version of her soup, and mine doesn't have ground beef or tomatoes in it, so I just kind of went with what I had here at home. So I've got about 3 cups of chopped cabbage, about 3/4 of a cup of cooked fresh green beans, a 1/2 cup of frozen barley. I cooked it on purpose and froze it and portioned it for when I needed it. Here we have about a 1/2 cup of combined onion and diced celery. I have 3 cloves of garlic. Here's a 15-ounce can of cannellini beans that have been drained and rinsed. For my protein, I had about a 2-inch chunk of kielbasa that I've sliced really, really thin. Now in the pot, I have about a tablespoon of olive oil. But this little area right here, what that is, it's chicken fat. And I got that from saving the juices that had collected in the bottom of a container, which I had from buying a rotisserie chicken. I try to always save this stuff, and you've seen it, and it kind of turns into a thick gelatin type substance when you let it cool, but it is just loaded with flavor. So I'll be sauteing my celery and onions in this fat, and then I'll be adding the other ingredients, and I won't bore you in watching you, or making you watch all the different steps. You know how to cook. My seasonings are going to be, of course, salt and pepper, garlic and onion powders. I am not sure. I might or might not add a pinch of curry powder and a pinch of cumin. Sometimes when bean soup is a little bit bland, what I do is I'll add like not a tablespoon, a teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon of vinegar in the bottom of the bowl. I don't add it to the pot because some people might not like that. But for me, it just kind of kicks up the flavor a little bit. So I'll put a little bit in my bowl, and then I will add my serving over top of that and stir it a little bit to combine it. So I've got white vinegar and I have got rice vinegar here. So I'm going to go ahead and start cooking, and then I will show you how it turns out in a little while, okay? Alright, here we go. Now I have to let it cook for about 35 to 40 minutes until everything is nice and tender and the flavors develop. Well friends, supper is done, and here is my soup. And I tasted the broth, and honestly, it is really delicious. Saving those drippings from that rotisserie chicken made a big difference. This is my first bowl, and I didn't add any vinegar. I know I'm going to have another helping, and in that one I'm just going to try a little bit vinegar, but it tastes delicious as is. So I hope you have something good for dinner, and I will see you soon, okay?